Alright, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Alright, once again, this is another installment of Pre-Camp Precepts. Alright, today, we're going to be talking about, Lord willing, I'm going to name this topic, the heathens' lives are in our hands. Alright, because, us as a royal people, the 12 tribes of Israel, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, since we're the Lord's chosen people, not only are we holy and set apart. I'm gonna get that first. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Alright, so we're the according to the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, we're the most important people on the planet. Alright, and we were also made to have dominion over all the other nations. So-called white people, Edomites, Chinese, Japanese, Moab and Ammon, and so on and so forth. Ishmael, Ham, Elam, Japheth, anyone outside of the 12 tribes of Israel. And this is going to be manifested once the kingdom is established. Because at that point, they're going to be our slaves, and we're going to have dominion over them. So that means we're going to have power over life and death, as far as all the heathen. Revelation 2:26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And first and foremost, this is going to be talking about the elect, that 1/3, that governing body. Because these are the people. It's not only the works, but it's also the faith. But as far as the works, and a small example is, not to boast or anything, but what I'm doing right now. Lessons outside of the camp, studio shows, live streams, walk and talks. The most important way to prophesy is, as far as the protocol, is to go out and prophesy on the highways and byways. Whether you're alone or in a camp, just doing that at least once a week. Because from my understanding of the scriptures, it sounds like a lot of the prophets actually prophesied every single day. Of course, except for the Sabbath. And there might be a few exceptions or whatever, but it sounded like people like Noah and Jeremiah and all that. Yahweh Shai. It seems as if, Paul, it seems as if it was an everyday thing instead of a once a week thing. And then back then there weren't any what we would know as cameras, so they would just have lessons at home, edifying people who show up and want to be grafted in. Alright, so get back on topic. Revelation 2:27. And he shall rule them with an rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. Alright, so we're gonna have that physical authority over them. If if someone gets out of the line, if someone doesn't do a task properly, we would have the authority to reprimand that heathen, or even put him to death if we saw fit, depending on the portion of the spirit of what that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai puts on us to deal with that certain situation. But we're gonna have the authority, to have dominion. This so-called white man, Amalek, the Rothschilds and all that, the elites. That's the power position they're in right now. They have control over life and death. Through and Yahweh gave them that on the left hand side through Satan. But it's still this is still the Lord's program when you look at it. So it's going to be Psalms. Psalms chapter 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing. You know, like all the heathens, you know, they think that like they're not on like this, they're not on like the same like wavelength, not even 2/3, but like no one but the elect is really on like the proper wavelength as far as like this truth is concerned. All right, so they imagine vain things. All right, they talk about what's going to happen. We're going to have this building built by 2037. You know, by 2046, like everybody's we're going to eliminate poverty. All right, we're going to do this. All right, we're going to like here's our 5-year plan, here's our 10-year plan and shit like that. All right, who's going to be the world's next power? Or would it be like China and Moab? And I think I don't remember whether it's in one of the books of Kings or Chronicles about like a situation where I think it was like Judah and Edom, like there was just like this really bloody battle, and Moab thought was just like watching in the background to see who win the outcome. Like if you see this video and go on the comment board or something and tell me like where exactly it is. But I know that I remember reading a situation where you know, Moab, like as far as like that power seat, it came to naught. And that kind of reminds me of like what because a lot of people have like predictions and shit about like China, Moab, like being the next world power and all that. All right, but Yasharal is going to be the next world power. All right, thus saith the Lord. All right, verse 2: the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed. All right, you know, against the Lord, you know, that Star Wars program. All right, they know about the UFOs, which are the chariots. All right, and you know, they have like you know, like propaganda, you know, like movies, media, witchcraft to like just like pump people up and brainwash people and shit like that. Like with you know, like Independence Day, because it even like lightweight scared the shit out of me because you know, the guy who played the president, he was like Independence Day is no longer going to be about a celebration for America. It's going to be a world. He made it a decree that Independence Day was going to be like July 4th was going to be like a worldwide like holiday from then on. All right, and that kind of like that New World Order, like that's what he was like hinting at. If that type of like situation arises, that's what they want to do. All right, because like even all these heathen that are against like Esau, like all right, they know that like they're not going to be able to like live the way they live. Like they're going to be living in righteousness, but they're still going to be in captivity. All right, it's going to be like a very like harsh captivity, and we're gonna be the ones like who have that type of like authority. You know, of course there's like protocols and guidelines according to the scriptures. All right, but still, like it's not going to be it's going to be like a bumpy ride basically. All right, Psalms 2 verse 3. Actually, let's skip to 4. All right, Psalms 2 and 4. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. All right, verse 7. I will declare the decree, the Lord hath sent unto me. Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. All right, and this is it's talking about Yahweh Shai, and it links up with Revelation 2 and 26. All right, but he's talking about you know, like he's in the heavens like right now, but like upon his return, like that's that's a promise that Yahweh has fulfilled unto him. All right, and we're gonna be we're not gonna be on the same level as him, but we're gonna be you know, like joint heirs, like Lord willing. Like even the 2/3 that come back like are gonna have you know, like slaves. We're gonna have like authority over like these like heathen nations. Alright, so all right, verse 8. Ask of me. Alright, so you know, that's part of so like ask of me, so that means like he's giving us that that authority. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. Alright, so, alright, we're going to have that, like I said before, we're going to have that power of life and death over them. Alright, because, basically, alright, so I'm going to pause it and then return.